Thanks for tuning in to my show, Unbreakable, with Chris Chamasiros. I talk about politics, sports, and entertainment to keep you well-rounded. What's going on in the world? The truth will only be told on this show. If your feelings are hurt by the truth, then don't tune into this show. I can tell you that. So the big story of the day is this. A man in Virginia named Tyler Chase Butler, 27, was home minding his own business, asleep in his house, probably going to get up for work in a couple hours, and an 18-year-old named Michael Bosworth Jr. and his moron friends decided to either break into the home, and now their excuse was they were doing TikTok prank videos, and Michael Bosworth Jr. ends up dead. The man was arrested. Now they're deciding whether they're going to press charges against Tyler Chase Butler. This is ridiculous. He shouldn't be charged with anything. You want to play stupid games, you'll win stupid prizes. This is the problem with young people. You don't respect anybody or anything. I can tell you right now, you kick in my door at 3 a.m., it's not going to go good for you at all. So here we have a guy in his own home, minding his own business, probably had to get up for work in 4 hours, and now he's in jail. Whether he was going to be charged or not, okay, if they say, oh, we're not charging him, that's not good enough. He should have never been taken in. He should never have been arrested. You're in your home, minding your own business, and somebody is trying to get into your home. I don't care what they were doing. They shouldn't have been there. And this is the problem with all you young punks, the Jack Dohertys of the world, who purposely bumps into people and films it and then has his bodyguard jump in. All you young people don't get it. You're from a different time period. And you're going to run into the wrong kind of guy that you should have left alone. And this is the case we got here. This man should not be arrested. He shouldn't have the stress of this. He shouldn't have to deal with this type of garbage. And guess what? Michael Bosworth Jr. has nobody but himself to blame for not being on planet Earth anymore. So I don't want to hear from his parents. He was a good kid. He didn't deserve it. Whatever. He played stupid games. He won stupid prizes. Do I want the kid to be dead? No, I don't want anybody to go through that. But guess what? You put yourself there with your decision making. And this man is sitting in jail and might have a charge pressed against him. This is Virginia. This isn't like, Virginia is more Democrat. Well, that's what it is. You know what? It just hit me in the head like a ton of bricks. Virginia, liberal state. If it was Texas, if it was Florida, he wouldn't have been arrested. But this is what you get when you go down the Democratic route. You're not allowed to even defend yourself in your own home. And of course, there'll be the racial component to this. So a black guy defended his home from a white kid, and now they arrested him. I understand where you're going, and I understand why you feel that way. Trust me, I do. I totally get it. But that's not the reason. The reason is because of Democrats. The reason is because of liberals. Because Democrats always think that the criminals are the victims. That's what went on here. It's ridiculous. They need to release Tyler Chase Butler now. And he should sue them for this inconvenience. This is liberalism at its finest. This man should be at home eating dinner right now and said he's locked up. Makes me sick. Tucker Carlson made a great point today. He said, the people that go around to call everybody racist are really the racists. So let's listen to Tucker, say what he had to say.
This is vulgar. Excuse me. My father, who was a genuinely wise man, I had dinner with him last night. He always used to say, when we were little, I mean like third grade, my brother, he'd always say, boys, the root of all wisdom is knowing what an asshole you are. Gee, Pop! He would always say that. And it was only in middle age that I realized totally how true that was. So I'm not getting up and be like, I'm really not a racist. Okay, please spare me. What I'm just saying is it's amazing that the people who are so focused on the subject of race are the ones who are denouncing everyone else as racist. And then you realize it's not amazing, because it's true of literally everything they say. Because it's not actually a matter of trying to convince you of their program. It really is a very specific and recognizable psychological syndrome, right? I remember the day that Bill Kristol, of all people, called me a racist. And I was like, really? Bill Kristol? And I was, oh, of course. Of course. It fits. Anyway, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, Jasmine Crockett, NBC, Joy Reid, Alexandria Cortez, Barack Obama, Joe Biden. This is what they do. They're the biggest racists on the entire planet. And all they do is go around and, oh, if you don't agree with my politics, you're a racist. Meanwhile, they're racist to their core. That's what they are. I couldn't have said it better myself, Tucker. Tucker Carlson is the furthest thing from a racist. You just don't like that Tucker tells you the truth about yourself. Joe Biden, the dirtbag, and his dirtbag wife go on The View. They just lie. Oh, my mental health is fine. I didn't take showers with my daughter. Jill Biden is one of the most disgusting, despicable human beings on the entire planet. Jill Biden is a disgusting human being. She's in no position to preach to anybody about anything. You propped your husband up at Weekend at Bernie's. You know that Joe's taking showers with your daughter. Hunter Biden, we all know his deal. And Jill Biden, she wants you to sit there and act like the Biden crime family is the family of the year.
Mr. President, since you left office, there have been a number of books that have come out, deeply sourced from Democratic sources, that claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your cognitive abilities. In the final year of your presidency, what is your response to these allegations, or are these sources wrong?
They are wrong. There's nothing to sustain that. Number one. Number two, think of what we're left with. We're left with a circumstance where we had an insurrection when I started. We did not sense a civil war.
Look at Jill's face. I absolutely hate both of them. I don't make any apologies. You hate them? Yep, I hate both of them. Make me sick.
We had a circumstance where we were in a position that the pandemic, because of the incompetence of the last outfit, end up over 1 million people dying. And we're also in a situation where we found ourselves unable to deal with a lot of just basic issues, and which I won't go into in the interest of time.
The only one that can't deal with basic issues, Joe, is you. You can't walk up a flight of stairs. You shit in your pants. You don't remember your name. You didn't even sign. They did auto pen. They're signing away bill after bill, and Joe's not even signing the bill. His wife was running the Democratic Party, ran the country into the garbage, sold us out to China. 22 million illegal people came into the country, committing crime, killing people, sexually assaulting people. But The View will sit there and act, oh, Joe, you and your family, Jill, you're such wonderful people. They're both shit human beings.
And so we went to work. And we got it done. And
yeah, you got it done.
One of the things and
Alyssa, one of the things I think is that the people who wrote those books were not in the White House with us. And they didn't see how hard Joe worked every.
If you ever wanted to see a total piece of garbage, a woman that's just a liar, that is obsessed with power, that her husband, she just wheels him around like Weekend at Bernie's. Her kids are junkies. Joe's taking showers with her daughter. Hunter's a sex trafficker selling out the country to the highest bidder. And Jill will sit there and, oh, not my family. They would never do such a thing. She is the epitome of evil.
Single day. I mean, he'd get up, he'd put in a full day, and then at night
look at his face.
I'd be
no
in
clue
bed,
where he is.
reading my book, and he was still on the phone reading his briefings, working with staff. I mean, it was nonstop. It's the White House. Being president is not like a job. It's a lifestyle. It's a life that you live.
Okay.
You live it 24 hours a day. That phone can ring at 11 o'clock at night or 2 in the morning. It's constant. You never leave it. And Joe worked really hard. I think he was a great president. And if you look at things today...
Okay, right.
If you look at things today, give me Joe Biden anytime.
Yeah, let's look at things today. Lower gas prices, secure border. Trump's done more for the country in 100 days than Joe Biden could do in 50 lifetimes. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. What lifestyle is that, Jill? You and your husband stealing money from everybody, selling America out to China? What lifestyle is that, Jill? Tell us, please. Let me know. Oh, Joe's a great president. Meanwhile, you were the president destroying the country because Joe was asleep in the basement at noon, shitting in his pants with ice cream all over his shirt. But he was a great president. Why don't you tell that to Lincoln Riley's family or all the American citizens that have been killed by illegals? What about the cops yesterday attacked in Times Square by all these gang members that Joe Biden led into the country? You know what? Keep going down this road, Democrats. I love that you're in full denial mode all the time because you know what it means? Republican victory over and over and over again. Democrats are an absolute disgrace. Hussein Obama, his daughter, she's now that she's will transition to Malik, a non-binary person, and she plans to marry longtime friend Joey Barron, who is now a woman named Jan. Both Barack and Big Mike must be so proud. I mean, what could it give you that? I mean, look at her. It's just, I mean, she came from the sperm of Hussein Obama, Barack Obama, Bathhouse Barry. He's known for being a homosexual in Chicago. I make no apologies. Everybody, all you gotta do is read books, read articles. All of Barack Obama's lovers have thrown him under the bus. The things that they used to do, the sex that they would have, the drugs they used to do. All you gotta do is open your eyes and pay attention. Am I surprised at all that Barack Obama's daughter Malia is transitioning to Malik? No, because all these weirdos are doing this type of stuff. All the Hollywood weirdos, guess what? All these Hollywood people, they have 3 children. Every child is non-binary or a trans. Robert De Niro's, they're all nut jobs. They all need mental health. They all need to be locked up in a mental institution. I got news for you. You're born a boy or a girl. You can't change. It's not up to you. You could cut your penis off, or you could take some drugs to make you a man. If I test your DNA, guess what? You're still the man that you were born to be, and you're still the woman that you were born to be. You can't change it. It's up to God, not you. I wouldn't expect anything less than the godless Obama family to have these types of issues. Now we have a grown man playing women's softball, and of course he is dominating, running around with his ponytail on, pretending to be a woman, dominating the sport, that he's the best women's player ever. Go figure. Let me tell you, man, all these nutjob wackos are lucky that I don't have a daughter, because I'm telling you right now, if my daughter ever got injured by a man playing in a woman's sport when he shouldn't have been there, the cops, the police would not be a deterrent to me. And the school system alone for letting him play in a women's sport, you are an absolute disgrace. The Board of Education, you're a disgrace. All the teachers running around instead of teaching math, social studies, science, economics, whatever, with your pride flags and your trans garbage, you are to blame for this. You are absolutely disgusting.
Rothenberger, a male pitcher absolutely dominating girls.
This man is a man in women's sports dominating. Go figure. What did you think was going to happen?
Ball in Champlin, Minnesota.
And the pitch. Rothenberger back in the 5th. Swing and a miss here first. 0-2 pitch.
Let me tell you, every one of you men sitting there watching this bullshit calmly like this, just sitting there, I'd be at the fence talking garbage to this piece of garbage the entire time. They could call the cops. They could do whatever they want. I would not be sitting there quietly, but I wouldn't expect anything else. Oh, what are we going to do? We'll just sit here and take it. Who cares if he hits our daughter in the face with a pitch and breaks her skull and she, isn't on planet Earth anymore? How can anybody sit here calmly and let him do this? Makes me sick. You make me sick. Democrats make me sick. This is why I tell you all the time, a Democrat could give me $1 million cash every year and a new house, and I still wouldn't vote for you. And I don't want to hear there shouldn't be one man playing in women's sports. Not one.
Strike.
Rothenberger, at 6 feet tall, appears to tower over his female competition. In this game on May 6, 2025, he threw 7 strikeouts and shut out the opposing team. Apparently, Rothenberger's batting against average is .128, meaning opposing girl players only hit 12% of his pitches, which is considered.
And whoever is this piece of garbage's parents, you are the trash. You are the drudge of society. Of everything that's going on in our society that's wrong, the parents of this man are absolute garbage.
Better than elite MLB players. He recently had an absurd 14 strikeouts in a single game. What was really
How the F can anybody clap for this garbage? They should be jumping on him.
amazing was listening to the dense male announcers as they gush about Rothenberger's wingspan and how hard he throws it.
See how she whips it? The long arms is just such an advantage.
Wow.
The whip act.
The two men calling this game, you were absolutely pathetic piles of you know what. Yeah, look at her arm. Look at his arm span. Him, Mr., Sir, Bro, Dude. You don't get it?
Of that long arm for Rothenberger.
He's a boy, guys. Get it? He's male. And it's cheating. Stop gushing. The male coach who coaches Rothenberger was gushing too.
Our pitchers do a phenomenal job. We have Marissa, Rothenberger.
You fat slob. You're a slob. Only that slob would be okay with that.
They keep us in every game.
What's not to like about having a male ringer on the team? Except it's cheating, of course. Rothenberger is apparently hoping to get recruited onto a women's softball team in college somewhere, and I found his profile on recruiting sites. But hopefully this helps expose the cheater before he can cheat any more girls out of their opportunities, scholarships, and victories.
I told you I love all the X-Men, all the comic book movies. I go see every single one. So Thunderbolts director Jake Schreier is in talks to direct the X-Men movie. I'm going to see Thunderbolts this weekend. I hope that it's good. I hope there's no woke garbage. I hope that you don't, some feminist nonsense. I just want to see a good superhero movie. So I'll let you know how he does and if he deserves to be the director of X-Men. And director Jake Schreier, if you need a Wolverine, let me know. I will be the best Wolverine ever. I will go visit the kids in my costume. I will promote the movie in a positive way. Nobody will hear about my politics. I will be the best Logan Wolverine ever that ever existed. I will do everything the right way to make the movie the most amount of money that it can. Unlike all the other woke idiot superheroes that want to pee in everybody's face and expect you to go see their movie. I'm going to end it with Joe Biden and the Biden crime family. Joe Biden goes on The View and he says that Kamala Harris lost because we're all racist and sexist. No, Joe, Kamala Harris lost because she has shitty policies, worse than your policies. And if she won, God forbid she did, we could have kissed America goodbye. But leave it to Democrats, leave it to the Biden crime family and Democratic scum to blame racism, sexism, and every other schism instead of the border, the economy, and having America first policies. I would not expect anything different from the loser, the senile, corrupt loser that's bought and owned by China, Joe Biden.
You were here was a little over a month before the election, and you had made the selfless and very difficult decision, I'm sure, to step aside. And Democrats were feeling optimistic about the vice president's chances of winning the presidency. But then election night came, and it was like 2016 all over again. Yeah. So why do you think the vice president lost, and were you surprised?
I wasn't surprised, not because I didn't think the vice president was the most qualified person to be president. She is. She's qualified to be president of the United States of America. Right. But I was surprised. I wasn't surprised because they went the route of the sexist route, the whole route. I mean, this is a woman. She's this. She's that. I mean,
right, Joe.
Really, I've never seen quite as successful and a consistent campaign undercutting the notion that a woman couldn't lead the country and a woman of mixed race.
Yeah.
And
oh, you hear The View? Oh, she's the biggest piece of shit in the history of the country. She did not do anything. Her only job as vice president of the country was to fix the border. You all saw how that went. She's drunk half the time. She doesn't know who she is as a person, acting like a 12-year-old. But yeah, Joe, it was because of racism and sexism, not your shitty policies either. Give me a break.
They played that to a fairly well. In addition to that, one of the things happened, if you notice, and I'm going to be shorter, okay? I promise. Okay. She said, "Don't be Joe Biden. Be short."
I said,
look at Whoopi, look like a troll in a cave.
That to him.
Anyway, make a long story short, all kidding aside, think about it. Liberal democracies all across America, all across the world lost last time out.
Yeah.
All across America. I think we underestimate the phenomenal negative impact that COVID had and the pandemic had on people, on attitudes, on...
You mean the disease that Joe Biden and China created in a lab and released it on the American public so they could win an election? That virus, Joe?
On optimism, on a whole range of things. So I was very disappointed, but I wasn't surprised. The only thing that surprised me is the excess to which they've gone in some of the attacks they've made.
Yeah. Well, when was the last time you spoke with the vice president, and has she talked to you about what she wants to do next? Sought any advice? Maybe governor?
Yesterday.
She hates his guts, and Joe hates her guts. Look at their whole student. How could anybody watch this garbage?
I talk to her frequently. We stay in touch.
Yeah, sure, Joe.
Number one. Number two, she's sought my opinion. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
What to wear to the Met Gala.
That's exactly right. No, but all kidding aside, she's got a difficult decision to make about what she's going to do. Yeah. I hope she stays fully engaged. I think she's first rate. But we have a lot of really good candidates as well. So I'm optimistic. I'm not pessimistic about the future.
Translation, he doesn't want her to run. I'm going to end it with that. I hate this man. I can't stand him. I can't stand him, his wife, his kids. You know what's funny? How come you don't ever hear the word white privilege anymore from Democrats when Joe Biden is around? Because Hunter Biden is, if you wanted to know what white privilege is, there should be a picture of Hunter Biden in the dictionary next to the term. Thanks for tuning in to Unbreakable with Chris Chamasairos.